My name is Jolene Gray from the Whitefish Lake Cree Nation number 459 in Treaty 8 territory. I hold a BA and B.Ed from the University of Alberta. I'm currently working at Abbott Elementary School as a grade 5 teacher and have been there for the past 4 years. I want to complete my MEd in this program because I agree with the specialization which is grounded in Indigenous knowledge and teachings, along with a focus on leading edge educational leadership, which is the approach I'm looking for. This collaborative program will drive a variety of instructional strategies which strengthen program delivery for Aboriginal students. Additionally, the program will provide other teaching strategies for students with special needs in inclusive environments. Aboriginal worldviews in the context of relationships with the land, water, sky, and air. I've always felt a relationship with the land. I enjoy looking at the dandelions or looking at the trees, white poplar, black poplar, aspens, pine, blue spruce, the relationship with the water in terms of hanging out by the river in the town I grew up in, going for walks in the city along the North Saskatchewan, or enjoying the lakes, the sky in terms of looking at the clouds, enjoying the sun, watching the winged beings, in the air, through the air we breathe, and in which it keeps the movement or the flux. Natural contexts. Elders say that people need to reconnect with the land to reclaim Indigenous voice and vision. We need to go back to our roots of ecology to reawaken the spirit that's dormant inside us. To understand the meaning of life, they, elders, urge Aboriginal people to re-establish a relationship with their local ecological order. I found this to be true in my own research journey of being a teacher. I never really cared much for recycling or composting or any such thing conserving power. It wasn't until I taught a unit, Waste in Our World, in grade 4 last year, that I realized that this is an important idea to hold on to, not only for mainstreamers, but it brought something alive inside myself. Indian control of Indian education policy of 1972. The formation of the First Nations control of First Nations education policy by the Assembly of First Nations, formerly known as the National Indian Brotherhood, had been built upon the previous Indian control of Indian education policy of 1972, where it was known that the First Nations people should have control of educating their own Indian children. I found this document during my Native Studies undergrad, and I've always gravitated towards it. Perhaps for the reason that it was a National Indian Brotherhood, and that was kind of the first time I was really exposed to a gathering of people who were going to speak up for Native people, which was quite exciting. The Indigenous research paradigm means many things to me. My mentor informally took me under her wing during my Native literatures class. I felt an awakening. I was so engaged in the content and conversation on Native literature that I sought out the opportunity to meet and greet a variety of guests at the Dream Speakers Film Festival. These authors and actors helped me to set higher goals for myself. Then the opportunity to meet with a variety of Indigenous women and authors of Indigenous content arose. I'd been so grateful to be able to hear and meet some of them. Each of these people listed have touched my life in some manner. Either I read their publications, attended a class, or heard them speak at the Indigenous Women and Feminisms Conference in 2005. The opportunity to meet other authors also came up, and those were also inspirational to me. I see Indigenous research as part of the way I live my life. I have influenced many people, just as they have influenced me. Anything that I have experienced is part of my research, or basically living is research. Research is about the relationships built with the people, spirit, and nature. It's the honoring of one another. It's the love that we feel daily, the connections I have with my family. In summary, my upbringing is the foundation of my life. Thank you all for listening.